Hey Stitchies, sorry for the pretty dark scene today, but they won't stop me from celebrating a little with you, because today I want to celebrate my anniversary with you. And the anniversary I want to celebrate with you is my 1 year stitching anniversary. Today, 1 year ago, I started to stitch my ever first cross stitch project. So this oat jar is completed now, and today I will start a new one for my 2nd year of stitching. Here in this folder I have information for every single project I've stitched, and that will also help me to show you all my cross stitch projects I've stitched so far. So that will be a pretty long video, I think, but I hope you will like it. So let's dive straight into it, showing you all my cross stitch projects. I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. That's my first cross stitch project. It's called Android. Some of you might know that little guy. I stitched that one 1 year ago. So I started it on the 26th of May 2014 until the 30th of May 2014. So I stitched on it for 4 days. I got it from the internet. It's stitched on 16 count white Aida, and I stitched it with Rico threads number 206. So this one is project number 2. It's called Spider on a Strand, and I stitched that one from the 27th to the 28th of May last year. So I stitched it for a maximum of 2 days. It's once again a project I found on the internet. It's stitched on 16 count white Aida, and I stitched it with Rico 296 number 3. It's called Cat on a Branch, and I stitched it from the 28th to the 29th of May last year. It's once again a pattern from the internet, stitched on 16 count white Aida with Rico 296. Project number 4 is called Bat in Front of the Moon. This one I stitched from the 2nd of June to the 4th of June. Once again a pattern from the internet, stitched on 16 count white Aida with Rico 296 and 294. This here is my project number 5. It's actually the one and only UFO I have. I started it on the 5th of June 2014 and worked on it till September, and then I stopped it because that's a pattern I created myself. I called it One Ring. For those of you who have seen Lord of the Rings, they know that's what is on the One Ring. So I used a program to design that pattern, but I used too many colors. So what you see here is just the back being stitched, and in the end I only want to have black being stitched on that project. So far I can't really figure out how to do that, so I'd zoom in a little. So you can see there are quite many confetti stitches, and yeah, one day when I'm a little more experienced I want to work on that project again and actually finish it, but at the moment I don't feel like doing it. It's stitched on 16 count weight Aida with anchor threads, and that's actually the first project I gridded on, but I did not think properly and actually gridded with red embroidery thread. It was cheap embroidery thread, that's probably why I chose that one. But yeah, usual thread. So pretty easy to pierce. So if I work on that again and finish it, it will be a pain in the butt to get all those grid lines out. Oh gosh, I really don't want to think about that. It will be torture. But oh well, that one will stay in its tube. It's stored in here to not get any dirt on it until I'm motivated enough to work on it and actually finish it. For project number 6, I have to put in an image because that's actually my first finish I had. I stitched on it from the 6th of June till the 14th of June. Once again, a pattern from the internet stitched on 16 count white Aida with Rico 296. As you can see, it is a bookmark and it was for one of my exchange professors, and I gave it to him the last time we had him in course, so he could take it back to the US. So that's project number 7. I stitched it from the 7th of June till the 16th of June. It's called Leaky, Cauldron, and some of you might have noticed it. It's from the Harry Potter series. It's from www.the/leaky/cauldron.org, and I stitched it on 16 count white Aida with anchor number 403. Here we have project number 8. I called it Blue Owl, and it's a freebie pattern from the internet. I stitched on it from the 30th of June till the 5th of July. I stitched it on 16 count Aida with anchor threads. I actually changed the colors, and that project is especially dear to me because I stitched on it while driving to my grandma's funeral, after the funeral, and on the way back. And that makes it really dear to me, and when I see that project I kind of have to think of my grandma. Yeah, but it's still a happy project for me. Strawberry. I stitched it as my 9th project from the 15th to the 18th of July. It's from a Rico magazine, number 119. Once again, I stitched it on 16 count white Aida with anchor colors 2, 20, 42, 261 and 861. The pattern itself was in DMC, but I don't have DMC available here, and back then I didn't know how to get DMC, so I converted it to anchor colors. And you might see it, the reds are pretty different. So that's one of the projects I don't really like, but it's kind of my own fault because back then I didn't know better how to properly choose colors. So that is project number 10. I stitched on it from the 19th to the 22nd of July last year. It's as the strawberry from the Rico magazine 119, and stitched on 16 count white Aida with the anchor colors 2, 46, 47, 225 and 229. I also converted that one from DMC to anchor, and this time with a much better color choice. I need to say I really like that project, even though it's pretty simple. So I'm thinking about maybe finishing that one as a cover for a cherry jam glass. this milk cacao that actually makes me want to eat chocolate every time I see it was my project number 11. I stitched on it from the 22nd of July till the 22nd of August. It was my first bigger project. It's from the Rico magazine number 49. The whole magazine is actually completely dedicated to Mocha. I stitched it on 16 count white Aida with anchor threads. That project took that long because I stitched on it while I was in hospital. I think I will insert a quick picture here. So I had a surgery on my lower back because I was not able and allowed to sit, lie on my back or lie on my side. So that was a real challenge for me to stitch during that time, but as it was able to distract me from my pain, I at least tried it, even though it was quite slowly. For the next project, I have to insert a picture again, because it's once again a FFO I gave away. So project number 12 was a talisman shamrock. I stitched on it 2 days from the 14th to the 16th of August. It's from a Rico magazine called 2000. It's stitched on 16 count white Aida with the anchor threads. I added the good luck because it was supposed to be a keychain for my sister, but in the end I didn't have a proper keychain thingy, so it actually was laminated and was a tiny card. I gave it to her for her driver's license exam. I don't know how you call it. But sadly it didn't bring her enough luck because she failed for the 3rd time, and then she started studying, so maybe I have to stitch her something bigger for her next time she tries to get her driver's license. Now we come to my probably best known whip I have. It's my Middleearth map. It is project number 13 and I started stitching on it on the 23rd of August last year. For those of you who are good at calculating will be able to calculate that I started stitching a bab, a monster bab, 4 months after having started stitching at all. Some of you might call me crazy for that, but my answer to that is, you notice that now? So let's tell you a little bit about that project. Some of those infos you might already know, some of them you might not. That project I'm stitching on 20 count Aida, Magic Guide Aida, with the recommended DMC threads. Now, at the moment, I'm in week 40. So I've been stitching on that project for 219 hours and 19 minutes in total. That makes it 9 days, 3 hours and 19 minutes. And I'm still on page 2. But there are a few reasons for me being that slowly. Because I'm studying, I'm working, making it not a lot of time to stitch. But for the time I have, I think it's not that bad. This project is my project number 14. It's called Horseshoe and Shamrock. I stitched in it from the 22nd to the 30th of September. It's from a Rico magazine. It's called number 2000. I stitched on it with anchor threads on 16 count white Aida, and it was my first experience with metallics. I actually stitched on that with the skeined anchor metallics, and let me tell you, it's horrible. Until now, that has been my first and only experience with metallic threads. So far I've only chosen patterns without metallics. And I think stitching that horseshoe took about, yeah, I'd say half the time of the whole project. It was a pain in the butt, but that's a very good project to show you my bags. Oop, let's put that into focus again. Here we go. That's how my bags look even on multicolored projects. So here we have project number 15, 16, 17 and 18. Number 15 is Spotty. I stitched on Spotty from the 30th of September to the 1st of August. It's on 16 count white Aida and with anchor threads. Number 16 is, where's my finger? Here we go. It's Petite. Petite I stitched from the 1st to the 2nd of October. It's also on 16 count white Aida with anchor threads. Number 17 is the little monkey over here. I stitched on the monkey just on the 2nd of October. It's on 16 count white Aida as well, and here we have Wolfie. I stitched on Wolfie from the 3rd to the 4th of October 2014 on 16 count white Aida with anchor threads. And those are actually, is also actually the order, how much I like them. Spidey is my favorite, Batty my second, Monkey's on 3rd place, and Wolfie on the last. So here's my second Halloweeny series with projects 19, 20, 21 and 22. Project number 19 is the mini pumpkin. I stitched on it from the 9th to the 10th of October last year. It's from Cross Stitch Crazy 116, stitched on 16 count white Aida with anchor threads. Number 20 is the Bubbling Cauldron. I stitched it from the 10th to the 11th of August. It's as well from Cross Stitch Crazy 116, stitched on 16 count white Aida with anchor threads. The mini vampire down here is project number 21, stitched on the 11th and 12th of October. Once again from Cross Stitch Crazy 116 on 16 count white Aida with anchor threads. And number 22, the funny little mini skull. Let's see if I can kind of put it into picture a little better. I stitched on it on the 12th of October, and again from Cross Stitch Crazy 116 on 16 count white Aida with anchor threads. Two Bears on a Sledge by Fizzy Moon is my project number 23. I stitched it from the 13th of October to the 19th of November. It's from Cross Stitch Crazy Christmas 2012. It's stitched on 16 count white Aida with anchor threads, and I really like that one. Sadly, as you can see, especially when I zoom out, it still has a lot of creases from the Q-snap. It's not washed, it's not ironed, but I will do that one day when I get it framed, and that's definitely a project I want to get framed to put it up during Christmas time. This little gingerbread house is my project number 24. I stitched it from the 19th to the 26th of November. Like the Bears on a Sledge, it's from Cross Stitch Crazy Christmas 2012, stitched on 16 count white Aida with anchor threads, and it was supposed to have French knots, but back then I didn't know how to do French knots properly, and I didn't really like it, so I just left it out, and that's how it came out. With this little guy, my project number 25, my love for Teddy started. This is Teddy Santa. I stitched it from the 26th of November till the 12th of December last year. It's from the cross stitcher. I stitched this one on 18 count white Aida with anchor threads, and it's just one of many more Teddies to come. So straight after my Teddy Santa, I started another Teddy. This time Teddy Hearts. It's my project number 26. I started stitching on it on the 14th of December, but from the 18th of December till the 24th of March, I put it aside and picked it up on the 24th of March till the 11th of April and finished it then. It's on 16 count white Aida with anchor threads, and the backstitching of that project was a pain in the butt, even worse than on Teddy Santa, and it was supposed to have some hearts floating around the teddy itself, but I did not like them, so I ripped them out, and that project went on hold for my project number 27. And here it is, my project number 27, my Dimensions Petite Wolf. On that one, I started stitching on the 18th of December when I put Teddy Hearts away for a bit and stitched on it till the 6th of April. The kit came with 18 count white Aida, but I switched it out for my own piece of 18 count white Aida because I had the feeling that it would not be big enough for framing in the end, because it was initially planned to be for my best friend because he just loves wolves. But as you can see, it's still here, and I'm not sure if I want to give it away because I just love it. The reason for it not being framed yet is the price, because I took it to a framer shop which is not used to frame needlework, so I won't get it framed there anyways. And they told me that framing it on cardboard with double matting, museum glass, the frame, and I don't know how they would actually stretch it, would cost over €100, and I don't have €100 spare at the moment, so that will have to wait a little longer. This is project number 28. It's called Come to the Dark Side, We Have Flaws. And to be honest, yes, it is hard to read in real life, but I don't get why it is that difficult for you to read. Yeah, that makes it a little better that you can at least read ones. This one was for the quote cell from Cross Stitch It's Fun. I stitched it from the 16th to the 20th of January this year, 2015. I created the pattern myself, and it was my first time stitching on a project with variegated thread and the first time stitching on black fabric. So that one is 18 count black Ada. Here we have my project number 29. This one I stitched for the Valentines cell of Cross Stitch It's Fun. I stitched in it for 2 days from the 10th of February till the 12th of February. It's a pattern by Daily Cross Stitch, and it was the first time stitching on even weave. So that one is 26 count white even weave stitched 1/1. As you've probably seen in one of my previous whip videos, I am not really happy with the coverage of that one, especially not of the black, even though that's already black, anchor black. But to be honest, for my first ever project on even weave, that's not too bad. So here we have my project number 30, which I stitched for the down waist to die cell. It's a pattern I created myself. I created that pattern on just some graph paper so that I could stitch it from the 13th of February till the 22nd of February. I stitched it on 18 count beige Ada with anchor threads, and I had to change the pattern a few times, the colors and mainly the skeleton, because it looked kind of strange. It wasn't easy, but I'm pretty happy how it turned out. I really lied to you guys during the stitches style tag, because here is project number 31, which is a FFO as well. That makes it FFO number 3, and it's given away. I call it Rove Cuts. It's a freebie from the internet. I stitched it on 26 count white even weave with anchor black 1/1, and I stitched that one within 2 days from the 7th to the 9th of March this year. And that was a present for Carrie, and I put it into a card, a passepartout card, a pink one, and send it to her for her to see when she comes back from hospital. This little ghost here is my project number 32. I stitched on it from the 7th of April till the 16th of April. It's from Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2011. It's my first time stitching on 32 count even weave, and even though it looks hand dyed, it's not. It's just gray dyed fabric that you can actually get, I think is why I got directly, and it is stitched with anchor 403, so black, and DMC E940, because it's a glow in the dark. Sadly you can't really see it, it's still too light in here, but I wasn't able to find a way to take a picture of it glowing in the dark, but I can tell you it actually glows in the dark. This one is my project number 33. I started that one on the 14th of April and stitched it till the 24th of May. So that makes it my most recent finish for this year. If I remember correctly, that's finish number 14, no, 15 I think, for this year. This pattern is from a Rico magazine, stitched on a light yellow towel with the Ada on it. I think it was supposed to be 16 count, and I think it was it before I washed it, but after washing it, it's rather 19 count. And as you can see here, over to the side, it's the first project I signed. So that project will be given to the future owner today, because I will see my mom today, and that's her birthday gift for last year. But as I just finished it 2 days ago, she will get it a little late, but at least before her next birthday, because that was my goal, to finish it before her next birthday this year, which is in July, so I still have a little time. I stitched on it from the 17th of April till the 5th of May. It's from a magazine, but please don't ask me which one it is, I can't remember. I stitched it on 18 count white Ada with anchor threads, and all around, mainly the mistletoe, there were supposed to go some crazy like color dots for sparkles, but I didn't like it. I liked it like this much better, so I just left them away. Here we have another little trio, and those are projects number 35, 36 and 37. All three were stitched and finished on the 5th of May. I stitched all three and also finished the Christmas monkey at university. You might guess it was a pretty boring day for me. And they're all from the Wall of Cross Stitch 229, all stitched on 16 count white Ada with anchor threads. Now we come to my project number 38. I started stitching on that one on the 5th of May, so I actually finished 4 and started 4 projects, and I stitched on it till the 12th of May, so from Tuesday to Tuesday. It's also from the Wall of Cross Stitch 229, stitched on 16 count white Ada with anchor threads. And just to quickly put it in as well, it's kind of themed like my project number 39. This one I started on the 12th and finished it on the 18th of May. It's the Colosseum as well, from the Wall of Cross Stitch 229, stitched on 16 count white Ada with anchor threads. And here I actually changed the pattern just slightly, because it actually called for some clouds over the Colosseum, but for me they kind of looked a little odd, so I just let them away. So now that you've already seen my birthday gift for my mother last year, this is my project number 40 and my birthday gift for her this year. If you've watched my whole video, I got that pattern at the exhibition together with the frame I will put it in to give it to her. I started stitching on it on the 19th of May and will hopefully finish it the latest in mid-June, so I still have time to wash it and frame it when I get the material. It was supposed to go on some 28 count linen, but the piece was way too small, so I ended up swapping out the fabric, and I had some 28 count even weave, so that's what it's stitched on here. I use the threads from the kit except for one color, because there was supposed to be some pink spools and some pink thread, but I actually found a color in my stash that goes very, very good with that red matting here. So I will switch that out, and I like the pattern, but I hate the fabric. For me, it is way too big. Like, I can see a lot of white shining through, and I'm also a person who doesn't like 14 count, and I'm slowly getting to the point where I don't like 16 count. So as that pattern has to go into that frame I showed you, I had to keep the size or the count of the fabric. And as I'm giving it away, I'm not too fuzzy about that, but if I would have kept the pattern for me, or had planned to keep it for myself, I might have not even started stitching it, because it would have driven me crazy. So that's project number 40. Will hopefully be finished during the next maybe 2 weeks. I started it 3 days ago on the 23rd of May during a pretty boring concert. It's like the Colosseum and the Chinese Wall from the World of Cross Stitch magazine, number 229, on 16 count white Aida with anchor threads. It will be my on-the-go project for next 2 days, because I will go to my parents' place today, and as my mom's not supposed to see her birthday present earlier than she's allowed to, I have to stitch that one. So now you can see here most of my cross stitch projects I have stitched and finished during my first year. There was no space for all of them, and a few of them I don't have anymore, so those are most of them. So a small recap: I started 41 projects during my first year of stitching. I finished 37 of them, 14 in 2015, 1 has become a UFO, 3 are still whips, and 3 of those 37 finishes actually are FFOs. So I really hope you liked that video. I hope it wasn't too long. And once again, I want to thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you like a video, I would appreciate if you would give it a thumbs up. And I will hopefully we get an update video up like between May and June if possible, because I don't want to let you wait for that long again. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.